All right, guys. So we've got our sheetrock, and I'm Gray with Silverfield, and I'm the company owner here. But you can go on our new construction checklist. You can get the general template of how to hang the sheetrock, duplicate it, and then put your street name on there. So we got the project name, and then you're going to go through and you're going to edit the specific things on this job. Like this job, it was really important that we get all the sheetrock hung before any of it actually gets finished, and that's just because of the temperature and expansion and contraction. We got to make sure we get that done real fast in conjunction with the air conditioner and the heating and cooling. So we have the very smallest amount of expansion and contraction. Right now it's June, so it'll probably be it's June 8th. It's June 18th, so it'll be really hot. It's been a hot year already. But anyway, we've got where to start, and that way, and that's all in conjunction with putting all the materials in that spot. So we want you to start at the back of the house and then work forward. That's usually the easiest way, especially with a long rectangular house like this, because we don't want to trip over those materials every time we're walking in the garage. As you can see, this garage is full enough as is. It's got it's got the job specific stuff. If we said not to do an area or to do it, like around the staircase, our stairs are starting to come in, so we're holding off on that for a little bit. Hit the closets, hit the pantries, hit everywhere. Like this right here, this still needs an access vent, so that's written on the checklist. The cement boards, those go in the showers where the tile goes. Blue moisture that hits the wet areas. So anywhere there's going to be a lot of humidity, such as the top of the shower, you get cement boards on the sides where the tile goes, and then you get blue at the top of it. And this is all half-inch stuff. We've actually kind of gone the extra mile. We're going 5/8 to help with sound suppression on the walls. Normally you can just get away with 5/8 on the ceiling, and 1/2 inch on the walls. A little bit lighter, not much, but a little bit. But it helps a little bit sturdy, a little bit better for hanging your pictures up. Make sure all your vents and all your openings, we've got dots, red dots for each electric opening. That way, if we know where our problem, if we got 3 dots here, 1, 2, 3, at least we know relatively where to poke. And then we got pictures, and that's also going to help us know where to, if one of these gets covered up, because it's hard to find them if they're covered up. It says the text management on here, at least 3 days before you think you need more materials. We've got all our calculations run, but we don't know what their waste factor is. So we keep things going continuously, so that way we have minimal waste. Sheetrock, there's no returns on sheetrock, so we try to get it real tight. So it's just 2 or 3 sheets is good. We don't want to have to throw away any more than that. All these areas, they're all going to get taped off. Like all this is going to get taped off. The guys are starting in the back. We'll make sure that they got it, but all this insulation needs cut. But all this stuff needs, especially a beautiful fireplace like this, they're expensive. So we need to make sure all that pretty glass is covered. We need to make sure that this floor stays clean. We don't want slumps of drywall mortar on the ground. So we need to make sure all that's really clean. Once everything gets hung, we've got our camera there running off solar power. So we can kind of see when things are done. But we try to be at the job site at least once a day, sometimes more than that, depending on what all's going on. You want to make sure all the joints got mudded. It's real easy to, like a closet, to get a joint missed. So we do want to get that checked off. Unused materials, they all need to be in the garage at this job site, so that way we can count it up and see, because the way the payment works is per square foot. So of drywall area, so 4x8 is 48 square feet. Need to make sure the trash is in the dumpster every night, the floor is swept every night, and that the trash can, if we have a smaller one, is getting emptied every night. Because what will happen is the electrician will fill up the dumpster halfway, and then the sheetrock guys will show up and they'll put a little bit more in there, and then you'll show up and nobody wants to empty it because they didn't put their trash in there, and then it takes 2 people to empty it. And so it's a little bit harder to do it, but It's everybody's checklist. It says to empty the trash can, so it helps to do away with that. But that is your sheetrock. Just in general, we can walk back here and look at some of it. Now, you're always looking for safety hazards, trip hazards. The guys are on lunch right now, so that's why it's a little bit more messy. But like that blue, that can go, in the shower. And you see that hallway right there? We got blue out there in case the steam runs out. We're good. And in here we've got white right there, where there's just areas where it's going to be drier. You can go white. White's cheaper, so no need to spend unnecessary money. But the moisture barrier goes there, and that's just all you're doing. And they brought this in on carts. They had carts, and then they got a forklift outside. They can lift it up and take it to the second floor if you've got a good access spot. But yeah, the company they brought in all that for us. Okay.